You can call it performing arts for a positive change. That's the driving force behind the grassroots nonprofit Theater Within, as they bring a series of creative workshops to a community near you in hopes of raising hopes. Joining me now for more is Joe Raiola, the organization's president and artistic director. Joe, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And great name, I gotta say.
Thanks for having me.
So where did this idea come from, Theater Within, and largely what does the group do?
Well, Theater Within actually goes back a long time. It goes back to 1962. It was founded,
wow.
It was founded as an experimental theater workshop by Alec Rubin. And that's what Theater Within was in the early days. It was a theater workshop that did improvisational plays and that kind of thing. I joined the group in 1978. But the key here is it was the theater group down the block from the Dakota, on 72nd Street, the Dakota where John Lennon lived.
And there's a John Lennon connection.
John Lennon connection, where John lived and died. So we were the neighborhood theater group, and when John was taken from us in December 1980, we took it very, very badly. Of course, the whole world took it badly. We took it especially badly in New York, and especially badly in the Upper West Side. So the following year, we started a neighborhood annual John Lennon Tribute. And that has grown over the years from this neighborhood tribute to what it is now, a full-blown professional production with Patti Smith headlining the 37th annual John Lennon Tribute this year at Symphony Space.
Worldwide, right? You get people from around the world coming to this tribute.
It's true. People now come from around the world to go to the annual John Lennon Tribute, and the tribute raises money for our John Lennon Real Love Project, which is a songwriting workshop, a free songwriting workshop that is, you know, which John is the inspiration for, that we provide at Gilda'sClubNYC free for children who've lost a parent to cancer, adult cancer survivors, and those undergoing treatment. And
I was looking at, this is the only one, it's sanctioned by Yoko. What was that process like? Was she involved?
That's a fun story. This is the only ongoing John Lennon tribute in the world that is officially sanctioned by Yoko. And Yoko didn't actually find out about this event until its 24th year.
Oh, wow.
It was a small neighborhood event. We weren't doing this for profit or anything like that. In those days, it was a benefit for an education program for homeless children. One of Yoko's assistants back then, it was 2004, Willis Shallot, Gene Shallot's daughter, saw a little article in the Daily News about the tribute, and she contacted me and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, we're doing the annual John Lennon Tribute." And the next day I get a letter from Yoko inviting me to contribute to a book she was writing at the time called Memories of John Lennon. And since then, Yoko has sanctioned the tribute, and we are the official John Lennon Tribute of New York City. Wow,
that's pretty incredible. And thinking of John Lennon and his legacy, you know, he means so many things to so many different people. Is there a, if you can, is there one way or one thing about John Lennon that you think represents what the group does and how you're kind of channeling his impact and his legacy into Theater Within?
Well, John was, of course, a great artist and an inspiration on that level alone. And he was very uncensored in his work. He wrote and sang about everything. So that's an inspiration. But there's something else about John, of course. He wasn't just an artist. He was an activist. He cared. He spoke out about important issues. He believed that the world could be a better place, you know, and he worked to make it a better place. And I think part of John's legacy is just giving a damn about other people, and that's kind of what we're doing with the John Lennon Real Love Project. We're just sharing John's music with kids and adults. And, you know, I've learned over the years, Joe, when you put people in a room and you play John Lennon songs or sing John Lennon songs or teach them John Lennon songs, they get happy. It has a transformational impact, and it has a healing impact as well.
And especially, you know, in today's world where so many people seem like they're just yelling over each other, getting people in a room and talking can have a huge impact. I want to talk about the workshops and you know, doing things for kids with cancer. Can you kind of just talk about in the general sense, what do you do and what do the workshops do and who are they helping?
It's an amazing thing to put a guitar in someone's hands who has never played a guitar, or to encourage a child to sing who has never sung or feels shy about doing that, or to teach children the words to imagine. It's a big deal. And to be able to use that as an inspiration for them to open their own hearts and open their own voices, that's what the core of the John Lennon Real Love Project is about. It's about encouraging people to sing their truth.
And finally, before I let you go, favorite John Lennon song? Is there?
I'm going to go with right now, In My Life.
In My Life.
I'm going to go with In My Life as my favorite John Lennon song now. But if you ask me again tomorrow, I'll give you a different answer.
Different answer. Perfect. Joe Raiola, Theater Within, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Next.